for tonight's non-conference season opener between the visiting Monona Grove Silver Eagles and your West Bend Suns. West Bend High School and the WIAA required good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, our veterans, and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome as West Bend Community Television brings you live coverage of high school football Friday night under the lights. And actually tonight, it's opening night, part 2. Last night we brought you the West Bend West Spartans against Kewaskum in a game that Kewaskum took home the victory. Tonight, the West Bend East Suns open up their season here at home against Monona Grove, the Eagles. The Suns are being introduced right now to the crowd here. Peyton Fountain is the quarterback. He'll take over from Rondorf from last year. Jack Trampy is going to be one of the running backs. Nate King. A lot of good seniors on this team this year. Another beautiful night here in West Bend for football. Last night we had 80 degrees, very humid temperatures at kickoff. A little bit nicer here this evening. Again, starting under sunny skies, but there's a nice breeze, and we are at 82 degrees as we get ready to kick off this game tonight between Monona Grove Eagles and the West Bend East Suns. As usual, Tom Stoff is with me, providing all of the camera shots that you'll be seeing throughout the course of the game tonight. And also, of course, during the game tonight, we kicked it off again last night. We will bring you Text the Booth Announcer, where you'll have an opportunity to send me a text message during the course of the game. And then I will read that text message to everybody that's viewing us here tonight, either online streaming, viewing, or through the YouTube channel. And it worked with great success last year, so that's why we brought it back for you again this year. Already a difference that we saw in last night's game that we did not able to see last year was the fact that we are able to have fans in the stands this year. Last year, of course, the height of COVID-19, we were not allowed to have anybody other than parents in the stands. And last night we saw pretty much a capacity crowd with West Bend West here at home. And the Spartans took on next-door neighbor Kewaskum. A little bit of a further trip here tonight from Monona Grove. Of course, they are an east suburb of Madison. But they did show up in some good numbers here this evening for their team's season opener. Glad to have you with us. The Suns will be dressed in their road uniforms, the black with the burgundy trim and the silver helmets and burgundy, Suns written across. Monona Grove, the visitors, coming dressed in their white uniforms with the powder blue and the eagle on the helmet. 82 degrees right now here at kickoff at Carl Pick Stadium. And we are set to go. Glad to have you with us here on night number 2, opening night. Quinn Larsch ready to kick this one off to start off the season for East and Monona Grove. Again, if you were with us in our broadcast last night, Kewaskum defeated West Bend West 38-16. So hopefully East can come up with a win here tonight, and we'll get a split with our 2 West Bend schools to start off the football season. All right, here's the approach to the football, and the East High School football season is now underway. Taken back at the goal line and approaching it up nicely to the 15, finds a hold of the 20, and out to about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. And that is where the Suns will take over, 1st and 10 for their first series of the game. At the 26-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10.
Suns take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
Dawson Rondorf, of course, has graduated. He played for his father here the last 4 years, and now Jeff Rondorf turns the reins over to the junior quarterback, Peyton Fountain. Nate King, one of the receivers, set to the left, pair of running backs, and here's the first play from scrimmage. It's going to be a running play, getting it across the 30, out to about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. And a nice run there to start things off for Colin Lembrecht. And he picks up 8 yards on that opening carry, and it'll be 2nd down and 2. Fountain out of the gun formation. Again, same formation. Now Fountain on the option. Here's the pitch back coming to Trampy. Trampy breaks a tackle. He's stuck in the backfield. And Trampy fights his way back, but he's going to be dropped for a loss. So Monona Grove came in strong on that one. Stopped Trampy in his initial surge, and then Trampy able to get a few yards back, but nonetheless, Trampy still lost yardage. And it's now 3rd and 4 for the Suns. Sawyer Lichtensteiger checking in now for the Suns. 3rd and 4, opening series of the night. Fountain sets the play up. Takes the snap from center. And he'll go back to pass. Throws one over the center. Almost intercepted out there. Nice play down there by Tyler Dahlhauser for Monona Grove. And the Suns will go 3 and out on their first series of the night. So we'll get a kick here by Peyton Fountain. Low snap. And Fountain will get a line drive shot. It's going to bounce out around the 40. Misplayed out there by Gravogel. And Gravogel will have to let the ball roll away. And it takes a favorable bounce for the West Bend East Suns. Rolling inside the 20 all the way down to about the 13-yard line. So that is where Monona Grove will take over for the first series tonight at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10. Quarterback for the Eagles is Casey Marin. He is a senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. And Marin will go out of the shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Takes the high snap under control. And it's ducked down at the line of scrimmage. Jacob Crane getting his hand in there and knocking that pass down. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Monona Grove at the 13-yard line. Get your pen and paper and pencil ready, because at the next change of possession, we're going to give you the phone number to text the booth announcer here this evening. 2nd and 10 for Monona Grove. Here's a pass coming over to the side and almost picked off, incomplete. Getting in there that time for the Suns was Nick Taylor. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Two good defensive plays to start the game here for West Bend East. And Monona Grove now faced with a 3rd and 10 at the 13-yard line. Gun formation once again as Marin gets ready. Now stepping off, maybe checking the playoff. Takes the snap. Pressure coming from the Suns. Lands a rainbow pass down the right sideline, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage downfield there for the Suns and Nicholas Kessler. It goes incomplete. And so Monona Grove will go 3 and out on their initial series. But a very good defensive stand there for the Suns to open up play here tonight. Cody Cummings will go back and punt this one away for Monona Grove. He's standing right on the goal line. Snap and a little bit of a pooch punt. Going to take a favorable bounce and roll around, and the Suns are going to get very good possession here at about the 42-yard line. So both teams go 3 and out on their opening series, and the Suns are going to get better section here as they will take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Okay, here's the number to text the booth announcer, 920-918-0007. Again, text the booth announcer with any kind of a hello or greeting that you want, 920-918-0007. So with 9:48 to play in the opening quarter, Suns back on offense. Starting now at the 37, Fountain takes the snap and gives it away over to Trampy. Trampy gets a little bit of running room, gets it inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. So a gain of about 9 or 8 on that one for Trampy. 2nd and 2 for the Suns. Split receivers, one left, one right for Fountain, and here comes the late handoff again to Trampy, and he'll punch his way forward close to the down marker, and they will give Trampy the first down. So the first down of the night by the Suns. And now at the 32-yard line. And off again, coming to Trampy. And nothing there but a wall of Monona Grove jerseys that time. Tyler Dahlhauser leading the charge on the defense there. Dahlhauser, the senior, at 5'9", 175 pounds for the Eagles. They will give him a gain of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Suns at the 31. 8:23 to play in the opening quarter, and we are scoreless. Fountain again out of the shotgun, takes the snap, in the pocket, lots of time, and no, incomplete. Had Trampy over there on the right side, and just out of Trampy's grasp. So on the incomplete pass, it'll set up 3rd and 9 for West Bend East. Trampy walking off, limping off, maybe just a leg cramp off of that one. Doesn't look to be anything too serious as he's on his own power going to the bench and over to the trainer. All right, now in a 3rd and 9. Suns will try to make the conversion. Fountain takes the snap. He's under pressure. Gets it through, now breaks the pocket. Now running for his life and getting it down to around the 20-yard line, but he will be shy of the first down. Trampy avoided the sack, but comes up shy of the first down needed. And it'll be 4th down and a 5 for the Suns. And Fountain talking it over with head coach Jeff Rondorf. And I think Jeff Rondorf at this early juncture not sure what to do, so he's going to take a timeout. First timeout called here this evening. 8 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. We are scoreless here on opening night, part 2. It's West Bend East nothing, Monona Grove nothing. You're watching live coverage of high school football on West Bend Community Television. Back here at Carl Pick Stadium as the Suns are faced now the 4th and 5. We're going to go for it. Fountain out of the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. In the pocket, under pressure, dumps one over. It is dropped, and it would have been good there by Colton Kress. But Kress unable to come up with the catch. So Monona Grove will take over on downs, and they'll get it at the 22-yard line. And we're starting to get our first few Text the Booth announcers coming in, and they're coming out of the Madison area because I'm getting a lot of 608 area codes, which means a lot of Monona Grove fans watching this game tonight. Hey there, Monona Grove graduate here with my mom being a graduate from West Bend. Been waiting for this game for quite a while. How do you like the new Monona Grove jerseys? And here's the handoff on the first play from scrimmage, coming up around across the 30-yard line. Fabian Jackson, the ball carrier. I can't comment on those new Monona Grove jerseys because I have not seen Monona Grove play football in about 20 years. When I started my radio career back in the early 2000s and late 1990s, I worked at a radio station in Madison. And I used to see Monona Grove quite a bit, but I haven't seen them in over 20 years. But glad to have someone there from the 608 area code watching our game tonight. We've got a few other ones that we'll pass along to you. 2nd down. Here's the handoff coming back around again to Fabian Jackson. And that time he stopped dead in his tracks. Not much of a gain there. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. And we're getting a friendly warning here from Monona Grove. West Bend must watch out for star safety number 34. Dylan Massey has been putting in the work this preseason. He is a force to be reckoned with. You have been warned. Ooh, well, thank you for that warning. And now a pass under control, under pass. Now throwing it up the field. It's caught. Wild catch in here. And he's got a chance to make some big yardage here. Down to the 15, 5, 10, into the end zone. Touchdown for Monona Grove. A beautiful pass play there, Quinn Larsh. And Quinn Larsh goes the distance. 66-yard touchdown reception. Quinn Larsh, the first score of the night. And the Eagles are on the board first at 6-0. And now Larsh will try to tack on the extra point from the 6 points he just scored a moment ago. Lines are down. Ball snap. Kick high to the uprights and good. And Monona Grove puts the first points of the night on the board as they lead the West Bend East Suns by the score of 7-0. You're watching live coverage of high school football on West Bend Community TV, streaming on YouTube. Coming to you live here at Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend, the Bear Barry Hirsch along with Tom Stoff. 6:32 to play here in the first quarter of opening night, part 2. And the Monona Grove Eagles get on the board first. A 3-play, 78-yard drive, capped off by Quinn Larsh's 66-yard touchdown reception. He kicks his own extra point, and Monona Grove leads now 7-0. Couple more text the booth announcements, all coming in from Monona Grove right now. Go Quinn Larsh for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles from a fan back in the Madison area. Also coming out of the 608 area code, Tori loves Quinn Larsh. Go Monona Grove. So now we'll await the ensuing kickoff to come here. And the Suns will get the ball back, trailing 7-0. Ball is on the tee, and here's the approach by Larsh. A high end-over-end kick, and Kress is just going to watch this one go over his head and into the end zone. And so West Bend East will take over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line, trailing 7-0. Fountain and the Suns break the huddle, down by a score now. But it's early, not even quite halfway through this opening quarter. Fountain takes the snap and the handoff, coming straight up the middle and blocking it there and getting it maybe just back to the 21-yard line, maybe the 22 for a gain of 2, as Colin Lambrecht had to fight for all of that and a little bit. So give Lambrecht a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Fountain breaks the huddles, 2 receivers to the left. Pair of running backs, takes the snap. In the pocket, now looking, now throwing one on the side. He's got his man open and incomplete. Nate King had the ball and just couldn't grasp it and bring it in for the reception. That would have been a big pickup there for King and the Suns. Instead, it's incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 8. Suns looking now to pick up a 3rd down conversion. 0 of 2 so far early in this game on the conversion attempts. Fountain takes a snap. Quick pass to the right side. This one is going to be caught by Nate King. King breaks the tackle, gets the 1st down marker, and a couple of more. Good one there by Nate King. Made up for the other one that he missed. And he picks up a Suns 1st down. And he'll move the sticks. So he got 2 more than what he needed. And it'll be 1st and 10 for West Bend East at the 32-yard line. 5:35 to play here in the opening quarter. And Monona Grove leading 7-0. Fountain gun formation, takes the snap. In the pocket, looking, now throwing a rainbow pass, laying down the sideline, intending it, and is incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for West Bend East. Fountain gun formation. And jumping off the line there, John Hintz, the senior tight end. And that's going to back up the Suns 5 yards. First penalty of the game on either side. And it'll be a 5-yarder. So it'll be 2nd and 15 for West Bend East. Mentioned on the broadcast last night with West Bend East how good it was to see the student section. Same thing here tonight with East. Very good to see the student section back in attendance. 2nd and 15, snap from center, pass over to the side is incomplete. Intended that one for Lambrecht. Good coverage down there by Cody Cummings for Monona Grove. And now it's 3rd and 15 for the Suns. Fountain with the receivers split, one left, one right, 2 running backs with him sided. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now going to keep it himself, fumbles the football, and very graciously and thankfully, it's recovered back there by the Suns. Thaddeus and Jamison gets the recovery, but the Suns aren't able to come up with it on a 3rd down conversion. So the Suns will punt the ball once again, 2nd time. And Monona Grove looks to get in some decent field position here as the receiver standing just inside the 50-yard line. And he's got some running room. Watch out. Here goes Pierce Evans. And Evans gets a good return. Inside the 30, down about the 28-yard line. Officially, they'll mark it at the 29. First and 10 at the 29 from Monona Grove. Handoff coming straight up, and the Suns are there to stop it in its tracks that time. As they stop Jackson for a loss. So it's 2nd and 11 back at the 30. Under 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. 7-0 Monona Grove. Marin shotgun, fakes the handoff, rolling off, throwing one down the sideline and incomplete. Had his man deep down there, Anthony Thomas, and Thomas fell up a little bit shy of the pass. He was under some good coverage also. And now it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Eagles. Monona Grove 0 for 1 so far on 3rd down conversions. Now 3rd and 11 as the Sun defense looks to make a stop here. Marin out of the gun. Fakes the handoff, passes one over. It's caught, it's completed. Rivera running it in for the touchdown. 3rd and 11 at the 30, and Rivera gets it for the touchdown. And just like that, Monona Grove on the board again. And now Larsh will attempt the extra point. Lines are down. Rivera, who just scored, will hold. The snap is down. The hold by him. The kick to the uprights. It is good. And Monona Grove tacks it on again, lead. It's now Monona Grove Eagles 14 and the West Bend East Suns nothing. There's a timeout on the field. You're watching live coverage of high school football with the West Bend East Suns on West Bend Community Television. So the Eagles go 3 plays in 29 yards after the loss of yardage. Eddie Rivera credited with the 30-yard touchdown reception. The extra point makes it 14-0. Our text to the booth announcer is available for you at 920-918-0007. Again, 920-918-0007. We've heard from several people watching this game back in the Monona Grove area this evening. So 14-0, kind of ominous. That's how last night's game with West Bend West against Kewaskum started. Kewaskum jumped out to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Now the approach to the football and the kick by Larsh. And this one also will go into the end zone, no chance for a return. And so once again, as they did on the last drive, the Suns will start at the 20-yard line. Fourth possession now coming up for the Suns. Not a good start offensively for Jeff Rondorf's squad here so far tonight. In 3 previous possessions, they've punted twice and turned it over on downs once. Now at the 20-yard line, trailing at 14-0. Fountain out of the gun formation, takes the snap, and they'll run this one on the ground across the 20, and gang tackled and stopped right out there, as Colton Kress was unable to get much more than that. Gave him a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8. Fountain shotgun formation, takes the snap, back in the pocket, throwing it over, and it is caught. First down yardage and then some for Nate King. King across the 40, breaks a tackle inside the 50, and King finally brought down almost at midfield. Great play to Nate King to pick up the first down and more. They'll mark him at the 49-yard line. Big gain there for King on the reception, and a first down for the Suns. Gonna pass one again. Here's Fons throwing one down, a rainbow pass, knocked down, incomplete. Krause went up for it, but he was being guarded down there very tightly and unable to come up with the catch. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Got a birthday wish coming in from the 608 area code on the text line. Happy birthday, Shane Mata. Shane Mata, you're being wished a happy birthday tonight. All right, here we go. Found trying to run one over, and he's got his man open and caught. Nick Taylor, 35-30. Taylor rocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It'll be another first down for the Suns. Peter Nigg is able to make the tackle eventually and stop him in the tracks. But it's coming back. Oh, man. Good play like that goes by the boards, as it'll be a holding penalty against the Suns. So that'll back the Suns up. That's their second penalty of the game. Monona Grove has yet to be penalized in this game. Well, here's a nice text coming in. Coming in from Kewaskum last night's game. Want to give a big thanks to West Bend West for having us play last night. They played a great game. Awesome to watch them getting better and improve every year. So Kewaskum fans are very appreciative of last night's game. They should be. They won the game last night. And the next play is a quick run straight across through by Colton Kress. And it'll set up a third down and long for the Suns. Now Fountain looks it around. Two receivers left, one right, takes the snap. Pocket throwing now over the middle, incomplete and almost intercepted. Had Jack Trampy there and almost intercepted. And so another drive will end in a punt for the Suns, as they will have to punt it back on 4th and 16. And the Eagles of Monona Grove will get the ball right back. And a little bit of confusion, so Monona Grove will burn their first timeout. 1:19 to play here in the opening quarter. It is Monona Grove 14 and the West Bend East Suns nothing. Back from the timeout as we'll get ready for the punt. Here's the snap, and a nice one by Fountain. Going to take a bounce, roll inside the 20, down to the 10. And not much there at all as Braden Gravogel lets it roll down, and that's a favorable one for the Suns. They'll mark it officially at the 5. So 1st and 10, Monona Grove at the 5. 1:08 to play in the opening quarter, but the Eagles do lead at 14-0 as they've scored on their last 2 drives. This will be the deepest that they've started so far tonight. Casey's standing on basically on his goal line as he lines this one up, takes the snap. fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Breaks one tackle across the 10. Casey out to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. And that's going to be a first down for Monona Grove. So first and 10 now at the 16-yard line. Under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Marin again works out of the gun. Two receivers right, one to the left, takes the snap. And handoff coming on the ground, and they'll try running one around to Larsh. No, it was not Larsh that time. Jackson was the ball carrier. And it'll be second down and 9, and they're going no huddle here to close out the quarter, try to get one more play in. Here's the snap, fake the handoff. In the pocket, now rolling, now lofting a rainbow pass down the side. It is caught wide open. Quinn Larsh, and Larsh has one man to beat. He looked back to see who his guy was, but Larsh will still score the touchdown. Quinn Larsh, he had his man beat by a couple of steps, and you could almost say foolishly look back to see where the defender was, and then all of a sudden Larsh had to put the Jets on and run it into the end zone for the score. Second touchdown of the night by Quinn Larsh. This one even deeper. 93-yard touchdown reception. Lions are down for the extra point by Quinn Larsh, who just made that fantastic reception. And the kick through the uprights, it is good. And Monona Grove tacks it on again. And it's now Monona Grove 21 and the West Bend East Suns nothing. High school football coming to you live on YouTube channel with West Bend Community TV. Live here at Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend, the Bear Barry Hirsch with camera operator Tom Stoff. 2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and it's been all Monona Grove as they've scored now on 3 straight possessions. 2 touchdowns in this quarter by Quinn Larsh. The last one, you could say a thing of beauty, just a rainbow lofted pass. Larsh was wide open, caught it, had it going for the score. Then he took a moment to look back and see where the defender was, and that almost cost him the touchdown, but then he put the Jets on and ran it in for his second score of the night. It's 21-0 Monona Grove. And Larsh does a lot of duties, including the kickoffs. Here he comes to kick this one back in play. And wow, another booming kick by him, and that one also will not be returned. So after going scoreless on 2 possessions tonight in the first quarter, the Eagles have scored on 3 straight drives. And now the Suns will get it again, first and 10 at the 20. One play to close out this quarter, and then we'll go to quarter 2. Fountain looks things over. Takes the snap. Handoff coming to Colton Kress. And Kress just gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him a yard. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So after 1 quarter here at Carl Pick Stadium, opening night, part 2. And it's not looking good again for the second night here for the hometown team. After 1 quarter, it is Monona Grove 21, West Bend East nothing. High school football live every Friday night this year again for the second straight year on West Bend Community Television, streaming online and on YouTube. I'm the Bear Barry Hirsch along with Tom Stoff. We've played one quarter here on opening night part 2, and it's 21-0 Monona Grove. Last night, opening night part 1, saw Kewaskum beat West Bend West. So the Suns now will start play here in the second quarter and have a lot to do to come out of a hole. Here's Fountain taking the snap, back in the pocket. And he drops it off over to Colton Kress. And Kress gets it across the 25, out to about the 26-yard line. Gain of about maybe 5 there for Kress. So it'll be third down and about 4. But yeah, last night it was Kewaskum beating West 38-16. Now Fountain straight under center on this particular play. Going to hand one off, try to push it forward, and going to get it very close to the yard marker for the first down that might be needed. And Colton Kress will get that first down. So the 31-yard line, first and 10. Just underway here in the second quarter. Fountain out of the shotgun. Receiver split, one left, one right. Takes the snap. Fake the handoff. Now Fountain rolling off to his right, throwing one over and incomplete. He was trying to reach Krause, but Krause was nowhere near the ball. So second and 10 at the 31. Suns taking a lot of time in the huddles tonight. All the time managing that clock, however. Fountain back into the shotgun. Takes the snap, quick pass over. This time Krause's got it, but Krause just gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And now it'll be third and 9 for the Suns. Suns right now 1 out of 5 on third down conversions. Trailing 21-0. Fountain gun formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Fakes the handoff. Now Fountain keeps it himself. Fountain gets it. Oh, he's bumped down right away at the line. Big tackle out there by Grant Dahlhauser for Monona Grove. And in the Suns, 4th and 9, and once again, they will have to punt this football away. So 4 out of 5 drives have been punts here for the Suns in this first half. Low snap, but Fountain managed to get a line drive kick away, going to be picked up at the 35. Now running with it on the other side is Rivera. Rivera's got some running room, but now stopped just shy of the 50. So they will mark Rivera at the 49-yard line. First and 10 for Monona Grove. Marin now will work with the football. The first possession of the second quarter here from Monona Grove. They scored on 3 straight possessions in that first quarter. Takes the snap. Fake the handoff. Throw over the middle. It's caught wide open. Nothing but open real estate. Chance to get another one down inside. And finally brought down. Ty Hoyer with a big carry there on the reception. And the first down for Monona Grove. Now down to the 26-yard line. And the handoff coming around. Fabian Jackson, penalty flag. As Jackson gets it down to about the 16-yard line. And we're going to get our first penalty of the night against the Eagles. This one is going to be a motion penalty, apparently, against Monona Grove. And the Suns will very gladly accept this penalty. And it's not. It's more than that. Wow. So it's not. It's a holding penalty, which breaks it up even further. So it backs them down to the 35-yard line. First penalty night on Monona Grove, but a big one against the Eagles. Now fake handoff and incomplete. Marin tried getting one, but he was under a lot of heavy pressure. Jacob Crane, the senior, was in there to try to stop it and put on the pressure. So now second down for Monona Grove. Our text the booth announcer is available for you at 920-918-0007. Again, 920-918-0007. Text the booth announcer. Marin out of the gun, fakes the safe. Now going to pass one over the middle, down deep inside. Incomplete for Hoyer. Hoyer in between 2 defenders. If he'd have brought that one down, he'd have scored, but he was unable to. So it'll be 3rd and 24 for Monona Grove. Clock stop with 8:34 to play in the first half. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Marin shotgun formation, takes the snap at the 40, pumps one, now throws a rainbow pass down the left sideline, and that one fails to meet its intended receiver, Quinn Larsh. So now Monona Grove will most likely look to punt for their first time tonight. Pretty much deep out of field goal position. But with that being said, Quinn Larsh going to set up for a field goal. Put it down at the 42, so a 52-yard field goal attempt coming up. Well, we'll see if Larsh has the leg. Lines are down. Snap, ball down. Kick by Larsh. It's going to fall shy. It's no good. 52-yard field goal by Larsh is no good. And so West Bend East holds serve, as they say. And the Suns will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 8:23 remaining here in the first half. And the Eagles of Monona Grove lead this game 21-0. Monona Grove scored on 3 consecutive drives out of 5 possessions in the first quarter. 2 of the 3 scores by Quinn Larsh. Eddie Rivera had the other score. Suns really have yet to throw out anything here so far tonight. In 5 previous possessions, 4 punts, and they've turned it over on downs. But just as we said that, here's a pass. This could go the distance. Nate King, 10-5, touchdown. Just as we said that, the Suns come back and strike. Nate King, an 80-yard touchdown. Nate King, just as I spit it out of my mouth that the Suns offense has done nothing here tonight, they shut me up quickly as Nate King on the receiving end of an 80-yard scoring drive. Just like that, one play. And now the Suns will have a chance to kick the extra point. Gates will do the kicking. Lines are down, kick is up, it's good. And the Suns are on the scoreboard. Your new score now reads Monona Grove 21 and the West Bend East Suns 7. You're watching live coverage of high school football with the West Bend East Suns, streaming live and on YouTube channel with West Bend Community TV. Well, glad to say that I misspoke on that last commentary, just as I said that the Suns offense had stalled here tonight, having gone nothing in 5 previous drives. No sooner did I spit that out of my mouth, Nate King on the receiving end of an 80-yard pass from Peyton Fountain, and he runs it into the end zone for the Suns' first score of the night. Still trailing now by 14 points, but at least a little bit of confidence builder there, and plenty of time remaining in this game and a half yet. We still have 8:12 to play here in the second quarter. All right, any Sun fans watching this game at home tonight or anywhere in the area or outside the area? Text me. Let me know what you thought of that play. Here's the ensuing kickoff. Not going to quite go as deep as the Monona Grove ones have. It's pick up the 20, 25, 30, 35, and across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Good return there by Gravogel. So Monona Grove will put it in play. They'll mark it officially at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Intercepted by the Suns. Coming back the other way. Chance to get a good return. Mason Bublitz. And the Suns intercept the football and get it right back into possession. Mason Bublitz with the interception. And now there's a flag. We'll see what that is about. But if it should be Suns football down at the 30. First turnover of the game. And now the Suns have a little bit of momentum builder here. Need on here to take back this game and get it closer again. Fountain out of the gun. Fakes the handoff. Look out. Breaks a tackle. Now breaks 2 tackles. Still on his feet. And Fountain scrambling for his life. Scrambles, but he'll get dropped for a yard loss. 2nd and 11 for the Suns. Fountain out of the gun. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking over and caught. And oh no! Dropped incomplete. Oh man. Nate King almost came up with a tremendous catch there and was unable to pick it up. So it'll be 3rd and 11 for West Bend East. Fountain out of the gun. Suns 1 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. Need one here to keep this momentum building drive alive. Fountain looking. Now waiting and taking a late snap. And we'll wait and see. You might hear the Monona Grove coaches off to my left here in the box yelling for a false start. Monona Grove defense pointing as if it should be. Suns are walking back also. And it will be false start off on the Suns. Got a text from 608 area code asking to compare the student sections. What do they look like and what are the themes? Well, unfortunately for Monona Grove, I don't see much of a student section in attendance on the other side of the field. Everybody wearing their Monona Grove jerseys in the blue colors. Here's a handoff pass coming up the middle down to the 26-yard line. Meanwhile, the Sun student section dressed in Hawaiian shirts and hats tonight. They're down to our right side, and they're in pretty good attendance. It's going to set up a 4th and 4. Suns are just 0 of 1 on 4th down conversions, and Jeff Rondorf is going to take a timeout here. That is his 2nd one of the evening. So he's got 1 more to go in the half. So again, looking back, student section comparisons tonight, looking across the field to the east sidelines, it's hard to make out exactly which is the Monona Grove student section. Their fans are pretty well spread out. But the Suns student section, which is just down to our right, it's a Hawaiian theme night. And they're wearing their Hawaiian shirts and hats and light up lays, so they're in full force and full participation tonight. .6:23 remaining here in the first half. It is 21-7. But now the Suns working with it a 4th and 4 when we come back, trying to capitalize on the interception and keep this drive going. Temperature at kickoff here tonight was 82 degrees with a very light breeze. Much different from last night. Last night was 84 degrees, very humid, and very hot and humid last night. And also very mosquito bitten up last night. All right, Rondorf sends the play into his team. They're going to go for it on 4th and 4 at the 24 to try to keep this drive alive. Fountain passes the handoff, and it's going to be stopped short as Monona Grove comes up with the stop. Grant Dahlhauser saying that he made the initial stop. And the Suns will turn it over on downs. Second time tonight the Suns are shut down on downs, and unfortunately the interception by Bublitz not able to capitalize on it. Monona Grove will take over now. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Still leading it now, 21-7. Marin out of the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Now rolling it around, and it is going to be Voss with the ball, and Voss is dropped back. Voss had a little bit of yardage initially, then had to reverse and turn around, and he winds up losing yardage on the play. Good loss of 4 on that one. So it'll be 2nd down and 13. Marin right back at it. Trying to go no huddle. Now having to check off at the line and get the play sent back into him by the coaching staff. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, throws it over. It is caught and complete out there by Anthony Thomas. Thomas is running him across the 35. Out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. That'll be a Monona Grove 1st down. So that one gets Monona Grove some good yardage and picks up a 1st down. So now the Eagles have it at the 37-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining. Marin fakes the snap. Now rainbows a pass down the near sideline and incomplete. Quinn Larsh, the intended receiver, and Larsh not getting a lot of running room there that time as Nicholas Kessler was all there on top of him for the defense. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line. Stopping the clock with exactly 5 minutes to play. Pass coming up underneath and out to the 40-yard line. Going to be shy of the 1st down. But a little bit of a pickup there. Now 3rd and 6. Monona Grove 1 of 3 on 3rd down conversions. And again, Marin checking off at the line, having to get some signals coming from the sidelines. Using up some time here. Just going to barely get this one off. He gets the snap. Now looking, now throwing over to the side. It's caught. And no, they'll rule it an incomplete pass. Looked initially like Dahlhauser had it, but the official right there to say no, incomplete pass. So now a 4th and 6. And the Eagles of Monona Grove will punt this one away, only their 2nd punt of the game. Snap, and Cummings gets one off. And it takes a little bit of a bounce in favor of West Bend East. So with just over 4 minutes to play in the half, 4:01. It'll be 1st and 10 for West Bend East. Here's Fountain out of the gun formation now on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, looking things over. Now throwing one down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Intended it down there for Krause. But we are looking at possible pass interference as Grant Dahlhauser was on top of the football, and this could be defensive pass interference on Monona Grove.
Pass interference defense is the call.
And that'll give the Suns an automatic first down and move the ball forward. So courtesy of the penalty, the Suns get that ball put out now to the 47-yard line.
7-yard line, good for a Suns first down.
Under 4 minutes to play. Another opportunity here for the Suns to get on the board. First play, handoff coming over to Kress. And Kress pushes his way to near the midfield marker. So it'll be second down and 8. Suns have 1 timeout remaining here in the half. Kewen Larsh rocks the game is latest text message we got. Here's a handoff coming up the middle. And nothing there. And that one's coming out of the 414 area code. So Kewen Larsh has some maybe relatives in the 414 area code. So after the no gainer, the Suns will be faced now with a 3rd and 8. Suns are just 1 of 7 in this first half on their 3rd down conversions. Clock continues to run under 2:40 remaining. Fountain gun formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Takes the snap. Throws it over to that side. It is caught to Nate King. And King brought down at about the 45-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. No, they're going to give him the first down. Looked initially like he was going to be shy, but they give him the first down. So now at the 42, 1st and 10. Jeff Rondorf will have 1 timeout remaining to work with here yet as he tries to move his team down the field. Fountain setting things up, split receivers, 1 left, 1 right, takes the snap. Handoff pounded up to Lambrecht. And Lambrecht pounds it inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Second down and 7 for West Bend East. 1:39 in running here in the half. 21-7, Monona Grove with the lead. Fountain takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Look out, Fountain. He goes down. Sacked by the Monona Grove back at the 48-yard line. So a sack loss of about 3 or 4 there. First sack of the night by either team. And now 3rd and long for West Bend East. And we have under a minute to play. See how Jeff Rondorf, the head coach of the Suns, likes to go with this. He still has 1 timeout remaining. Got to pick up a first down. Fountain takes the snap. Looking things over and heavy pressure. Puts it over. It's caught. Complete. First down to the 32-yard line. Just enough yardage for the first down. A beautiful catch by Krause. So now you got the first down, and now you can work with that 1 timeout. Clock rolling now, 20 seconds to play in the half. Fountain takes the quick snap, throws it over to the other side. Krause's got it, brings it up, and Krause brought down at about the 20 or the 19-yard line. Down to 9 seconds remaining. And Jeff Rundorf will take his final timeout. Third and final timeout taken by the Suns. And they'll have time to maybe get a score in here if possible to make it a closer game at the half. 9 seconds remaining, trailing 21-7. Back live here at Carl Pick Stadium. 9 seconds to play in the half. Suns on a drive now with a 1st and 10 at the 21. Trying to put it in the end zone before the break and get within 1 touchdown difference. They trail 21-7 right now. Fountain gets the team up to the line. He'll go out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking, now going to throw one down the right side of the end zone for Krause, and almost intercepted. Broken up by Eddie Rivera, as Krause was the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd and 10, and now just 4 seconds remaining in the half. So the Suns are going to trail it at the half. That's the bad news. The good news is, after Monona Grove rolled to 3 straight scores in the first quarter, the Suns' defense has kind of held them in check here in the second quarter. All right, possibly the last play of the half now, 2nd and 10 with 4 seconds remaining. Fountain takes the snap, and he'll throw it over. It is caught in the middle there, completed to Krause. But that's going to be the end of the first half. And the West Bend East Suns will go to the locker room trailing the Monona Grove Golden Eagles. Your score at halftime is Monona Grove 21 and the West Bend East Suns 7. Stick around. The second half will be coming your way live on YouTube channel and streaming on the internet. This is high school football on West Bend Community TV.
Someone said this little cord behind here, this works with that, so it does it attaches to the scoreboard.
Oh, really?
So it tells you the time and the score and the down and distance, but it screws up the clock.
Huh.
So I'm gonna ask the AD if I can pull it.
Welcome back live here at Carl Pick Stadium in West Bend. We're approaching the end of halftime. West Bend East trailing Monona Grove 21-7 at the break. Recapping the first half for you, Monona Grove got their 21 points on 3 straight drives, all in the first quarter. And all 3 drives were picture-perfect drives. Their first one was a 3-play, 78-yard drive, capped off by a 66-yard touchdown reception by Kewen Larsh. Then on the next drive, Monona Grove extended the lead as Eddie Rivera caught a 30-yard touchdown reception, capped off a 3-play, 29-yard drive to make it 14-0. And then Larsh got his second score of the night. This one, a 93-yard touchdown reception. It was 21-0 Monona Grove, still in the first quarter. We went to the second quarter. Suns defense settled down a little bit and got in the trenches and stopped Monona Grove. The Suns offense showed some spurts, got a couple of good plays, but were only able to find the end zone one time. But the one time they found the end zone was perfect. Nate King, an 80-yard touchdown reception on the first play of the game, second quarter. The extra point was good. So that's where we're at the break, 21-7 in favor of Monona Grove as we get set for second half action here tonight. Don't forget, we will continue taking your text the booth announcer messages here in the second half. And the number is 920-918-0007. Again, text the booth announcer at 920-918-0007. So just about set for the second half. Opening night, part 2. Last night we had opening night, part 1 here at Carl Pick Stadium. And the next door neighbor, Kewaskum Indians, came in and defeated West Bend West 38-16. And West Bend East now will work out of a hole, trailing it. And Monona Grove will get the football first to start play here in the second half. Football is teed up and ready to go from Ian Gates. Here's his approach to the football. Second half is underway. Dinking and dunking his way is Rivera trying to get some running room, and Rivera pushes it across the 35 to about maybe the 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Monona Grove. Marin unofficially 3 out of 12 passing in that first half for Monona Grove. Eagles got 4 first downs. They were 1 of 4 on third down conversions. They were penalized 2 times for 25 yards. Now 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line, and the first play of the second half going to be a running play. And it's stopped right there at the line of scrimmage by the Suns defense for a no-gainer. Other side of the football for West Bend East. Peyton Fountain was 8 out of 19 for passing. Suns got 8 first downs, had to punt the ball 4 times. They were penalized 3 times for 20 yards. On second down, passing over, caught, trying to get some running room out there and going to be stopped shy of the first down. But Dahlhauser picked up some good yardage there for the Eagles. It'll be 3rd down and 2. And as I just mentioned a moment ago, Monona Grove was 1 out of 4 on their third down conversions in the first half. Marin harping off the signals. One lone running back takes the snap. And he'll keep it himself. And he'll push it across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First down for Monona Grove. Faked the handoff and ran it through perfectly. Put that shoulder down in and got the yardage. Right at midfield now. 1st and 10 at the 50. Here's the snap, and here's the handoff coming around, trying to get some running room, and Black a couple of tackles, and down to the 45-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Monona Grove. Takes the snap and the handoff to Curry, and nothing there that time as he shut down and stopped. Good penetration and defensive stop there by Colin Lambrecht for the Suns. And it'll be 3rd and 5 for Monona Grove. Here's Marin going to pass it on 3rd down. He'll loft a rainbow pass down the sideline, and it is incomplete. And a penalty flag. We're going to get pass interference called against West Bend East. The receiver had his defenders beat, and he would have caught that one. But that one, you have to say, is a textbook pass interference call against the Suns. And that'll cost the Suns dearly on that play. Both teams only picked up a couple of penalties in the first half, so it was a relatively penalty-free first half. But now one here against the Suns. Gives Monona Grove an automatic 1st down. And they'll work it from the 30-yard line, and the handoff to Curry, and not a lot there. Curry maybe picked up a yard. And so they'll say actually no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Text coming in now from the 262 area code on text the announcing booth. Fake the pass. Now Marin looking, running down that sideline, looking to pick up Hoyer. And it's incomplete. Hoyer down near the pylon and couldn't come up with it. And it says, go West Bend East, go Tyler Tenney's. That one coming to us out of the 262 area code, which is somewhere here in the West Bend, Washington County area. So again, the booth announcer line is open at 920-918-0007. Again, 920-918-0007. So the penalty against Monona Grove is their 3rd of the night. Now 3 penalties for 35 yards against the Golden Eagles. And Marin will go back to pass, throwing it caught and completed. A big yardage here. 1st down and more. Chance to go the distance into the end zone. Touchdown, Monona Grove. Tyler Dahlhauser gets the score. Dahlhauser, 54 yards on the score. And now Monona Grove with a chance to tack on the extra point and increase the lead. Ball down, snap, kick, high through the upright. It's good. So Monona Grove, quiet in the 2nd quarter, comes back strong on their opening drive here in the 3rd quarter. And they go back up by a 21-point margin. It's now Monona Grove 28 and West Bend East 7. There's a timeout on the field. You're watching live coverage of high school football on West Bend Community TV and through the YouTube channel. So Monona Grove, who went scoreless in the second quarter after 3 straight scoring drives in the first quarter, open up play here in the third quarter with a touchdown by Tyler Dahlhauser, and it's now 28-7. And the Suns will get their first chance here in the second half now. Gates tees up the football, and we'll get it ready to go once again. And Larsh will kick it off. And another high-end kick. This one going to be taken back at the goal line, so a chance for a return here. Trying to get some running room out of it is Colin Kress. And Kress will get it out to about the 20-yard line. So first and 10, West Bend East at the 20-yard line. Trailed it by 21 points in the second quarter, and now trailing it by 21 points again here in the early third quarter, 28-7. Peyton Thon in his first series of the second half. Takes the low snap, gets it though. In and throws one away. And complete. Thon had run around and looked for things he wanted John Hintz. But Heinz was unable to come up with the catch. It'll be second down and 10. Clock stopped at 56 here in the third quarter. On the snap and handoff coming up to Kress. Kress crosses the 20 to about maybe the 22 or 23-yard line. Not a lot of gain there. Going to be third down and about 8 for the Suns.
2 yards on the play brings up third down and 8.
Suns 3 out of 9 on third down conversions tonight. Vaughn will try to get something converted here. Takes the snap, quick throw over to the other side, and caught, but brought down immediately as Nate King. They'll say incomplete. So fourth and 5, and once again the Suns will punt this football away. 5th time tonight that they've had to punt. And going to be taking on a catch inside the 50, moving forward down to about the 41-yard line.
Really good at staying in front of it.
Bravo on the return. Nicholas Kessler on the tackle.
Really good.
Monona Grove has already put 7 up on the board in this quarter. Will set up shop. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. 6:34 to play here in the third quarter. And near. And off coming and going shy. So it's stopped and it'll be a no gainer. And it'll be second down and 10. Tom Stoff, the camera editor and technical engineer tonight, sending me a message regarding my microphone. Thank you, Tom. Got it covered now. That's why Tom gets paid the big bucks to help make these productions possible. Wouldn't be possible without Tom, in all seriousness. It's easy for me to sit up here and call these games, but without Tom pushing the buttons and running the slides, you wouldn't see any pictures. Last play saw no gain, so it's now 3rd and 10. So the Sun defense has a chance to make a stop here. Marin out of the gun, takes the snap, in pocket, under pressure. Marin running, throwing, and pass is completed. First down initially, but now we'll wait and see what the penalty flag is about. It's down inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. But we'll have to wait and see now if the reception by Voss will stick or not. The officials kind of looking a little bit, what of it? Again, it's also first night of the season for the officials, although they are experienced. They get out of form also during the offseason. So a slight penalty here against Monona Grove. That'll be their 4th penalty of the night for 40 yards total. Pushes them back inside the 50 to the 48. And now it'll be a 3rd and long for the Eagles. A little bit of a late substitution coming in there for the Suns. Stephen Henry checking in for Jonathan Doro. And now a little bit of an equipment fixture, evidently, or something with the coaches. Colin Lambrecht, a little bit of a leg cramp, and they bring him over to the sideline. Again, it is a warm night out there. We're at 80 degrees at kickoff. Still showing that. Now under pressure. Looking. Now Marin running for his life. Throwing one over. Caught it and completed out there to Voss. Voss at the 40, fighting for yardage. But he's going to be stopped well shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and about 8 for Monona Grove. Marin stays out in the huddle, and it looks like Monona Grove Eagles are going to go for it. Now Marin looking over to the sidelines for the play to come in from the coaching staff. Split receivers, 2 left, 2 right, takes the snap from the gun, in the pocket. Now it breaks down looking, now dumps it over to the right side. It's caught along the sidelines, completed out there to Larsh. Larsh gets it down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line. And that was Voss, on the catch. And he'll pick up the first down. And now a Monona Grove player down on the field. No game next week here on West Bend Community TV, as both East and West have road games. So our next broadcast for you will be coming up on the Friday night of Labor Day weekend, Friday night, September the 3rd. We'll be right back here at Carl Pick Stadium as we will open up play in the North Shore Conference. And the Homestead Highlanders will be here taking on the West Bend East Suns. That's 2 weeks from tonight, Friday night, September the 3rd. The Spartans will open up conference play on the road on the 3rd. They will be away at Whitefish Bay. Mentioned both teams on the road next week in non-conference action. The Suns will be at Sheboygan North taking on the Golden Raiders, while the Spartans will have a little bit of a road trip ahead of them next week. They'll be traveling to Fort Atkinson and playing at Fort Atkinson next week. So again, with both teams on the road next week, we will have no coverage of a game for you live. Our next live game comes up on Friday night, September the 3rd. 4:09 to play here in the third quarter. 28-7, Monona Grove with the lead. They led 21-7 at the break. Tyler Dahlhauser, a 54-yard touchdown catch earlier in this quarter, extended the lead now to 28-7. And the Eagles break the huddle and come out now. Casey out of the gun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now keeps it himself, breaks one tackle, pushes it inside the 20, down to about maybe the 16-yard line, so maybe a gain of 1. So it'll be second down and about 7. Setting up with trips to the right, one to the left, one back. And again, Marin checking off at the line. Casey's been doing this quite a bit here in the half. Takes the play now, takes the handoff again, now throws it over. It's caught in stride by Larsh, and Larsh is in the touchdown from 14 yards out. Kewen Larsh. So Larsh gets his third score of the night. This one from a 14 yards out. And we've got a correction. It was Grant Dahlhauser on the touchdown. So our thanks to the Monona Grove spotter for bringing that to our attention. And now Monona Grove extends the lead out to 34-7 with 2:57 to play in the third. So while we have a break here in the action, remind you that we still have an opportunity for you to text the booth announcer. Had quite a few in the first half. 920-918-0007. 920-918-0007. Now Larsh for the extra point. Shot up and good. And so the Silver Eagles extend the lead out now. It's Monona Grove 35 and West Bend East 7. Live coverage of high school football on YouTube and online. So now the Suns with a big hole, down by 28 points. And in danger of going into the WIAA clock running rule. So after keeping Monona Grove in check and quiet in the second quarter, the Eagles have stormed back for 2 straight scores here in this third quarter. Larsh has the ball teed up, and we'll get ready to put it back in play. Larsh been a busy player tonight, both offensively and special teams kicking. So Kessler takes the return football and gets it back out for the Suns. They'll mark him down at about the 28-yard line. And Suns are going to run it on first down across the 25 to about the 26-yard line goes Colton Kress. Suns have gone to a new quarterback now, Shade Beinborn, the senior. Feinbaum out of the gun, loses the snap. Looking now, throwing it over the side and incomplete and intercepted. Overshot his intended receiver, and it's picked off. It looks like Dahlhauser got the interception. Dahlhauser, of course, scored the last touchdown for Monona Grove. So Dahlhauser having a good quarter here on both sides of the football. That's the first turnover of the night against West Bend East. And Monona Grove is going to get the football back here with 2:01 to play in the quarter, leading 35-7. They'll have it inside the 50 at the 45-yard line. Well, you knew coming into this one tonight it was going to be a test for Jeff Rondorf and his Sons on opening night, and unfortunately not coming up with a passing grade on this opening night test. Marin back to pass, under pressure, now throwing it over, and he's caught his receiver good to Hoyer. Hoyer pushed out of bounds inside the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. Couple more texts that are coming into us on our Text the Announcer in the booth. How about them Eagles, Barry, coming in from the 608 area code? And another one. Someone coming in from the 414 is just saying, yo, what's good, Barry? Well, life is good. That's what's good. All right, 1st and 10. Throwing one down and incomplete. So 50 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10. Marin out of the gun, takes the snap, and he'll run the ball around to Jackson. Jackson pushes it down to about the 30. And it'll be 3rd and 10 with 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And again, Marin, as he's been doing consistently here, checking the play off at the line and then going over to look at the sideline coaches for the play. They've got the timing down on it because they have not been called on it yet. Here's he in the pocket, and he's going to air one down the far line and in the end zone. Ooh, look out, he hits the end post. Oof. Grant Dahlhauser. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter on that incomplete pass. And after 3 quarters of play, it's all Monona Grove. It's the Monona Grove Silver Eagles leading the West Bend East Suns by the score of 35-7. Live coverage of high school football here on West Bend Community TV and on the YouTube channel. The Bear, Barry Hirsch, along with camera operator and technician Tom Stoff. We go to the 4th quarter. Monona Grove going to go for it on 4th down. Here's Marin passing one over and incomplete. First time tonight that they went for it on 4th down. And so they'll turn it over on downs and give the Suns an opportunity. So 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Suns only had the ball 2 times in that 3rd quarter, and both times ended in disaster. The first one was a punt. Second one was an interception. Now Beinborn in at the quarterback again. Here's the pass over to the side. It's caught and pushed out to the 40-yard line. Nick Taylor on that reception. Good gain there of about 8 yards. I'll actually give him a 9-yard credit, so it's 2nd down and 1. Feinborn from the gun. Takes the snap. Under pressure, drops it over quickly and incomplete. Try getting that one to Colton Kress. And it'll be 3rd and 1 for West Bend East. Feinborn brings him up from the huddle and sets it up. 2 receivers right, pair running backs from the shotgun formation. Feinborn looking, going to air one down the near sideline, trying to find King. And Nate King unable to come up with it. Coverage on King by Cody Cummings. And that brings up 4th and 1 for West Bend East. Suns 0 of 2 on 4th down conversions. They've not been able to pick up the 1 needed yard so far, but now maybe they'll just try pushing it forward here on 4th and 1. At the line, Feinborn right under center. Handoff coming through. It's Kress getting the first down. 9 first downs now tonight for the Suns. And the Suns now 1 out of 3 on 3rd down conversions. Pass back and dropped in. Moved up good. Liegensteiger with the reception. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Question coming to me from the 608 area code. What was your first ever announcing job at Barry? Well, my first ever announcing job was back in 1987, 2 years after I got out of college, actually. And here's the snap and a fumble by Colton Kress. And I was at a little radio station about an hour north of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It was a small community called Likens, Pennsylvania. And I was the sports announcer and news announcer at WLKN-AM in Likens, Pennsylvania. And I covered Penn State football that year also that I was there. So that's how I became a Penn State football fan as my second favorite team after the Badgers. 3rd and 15, and look out. Just got it back. And then, of course, from Pennsylvania, then I moved back home to Wisconsin and became a radio nomad all the way around the state of Wisconsin. Most recent job was right here in West Bend at AM 1470. And since then, been announcing games here on West Bend TV. So a nice, long broadcasting career that I've enjoyed. It's always been fun. So now on 4th down, here's the punt. 6th punt of the night. And Monona Grove will get it to get their offense going here in the 4th quarter. So thanks for that question there coming to me tonight from the 608 area code. And I've got one coming from Bob out of the 262 area saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly." So 1st and 10 at the 37 for Monona Grove. .8:17 remaining in the game. It was 21-0 Monona Grove at the break. Monona Grove added on, made it 28-0. And the Suns got on the board to make it where we're at. Since then, 2 straight scores by Monona Grove. Now Marin out of the gun. And here's the handoff. Running the football around is Jackson. And Jackson stopped at about the 38-yard line for a gain of about 1. Casey sets up, trips to the left, 1 running back. On a 2nd and 10, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Quick throw over it, incomplete. Tried getting Walter Olson and deflected out there by a couple of the Sun defenders. And now it's 3rd and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Monona Grove 3 out of 9 on 3rd down conversions. Moving along the line. And now we'll see if the Suns were blocked off or if they were charged, and it's going to go against Monona Grove. That's 5 penalties now on the Silver Eagles tonight for 45 yards. Other side, East has been penalized 4 times for 30 yards. Pass going over and incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 15 now for Monona Grove. So they will go back and punt. Only the 3rd punt tonight by Cummings. Down to 7:33 to play in the football game. Here's the snap. High boot by Cummings, and it's going to go out of bounds. And we'll see where they mark it, somewhere between the 35 and 40-yard lines possibly. And I think they're going to be a little bit more generous than that and actually give it to the Suns at about the 42-yard line. So the lone score tonight, Nate King back in the 2nd quarter. That's been the only spurt of offense here tonight on opening night, part 2, for West Bend East. And at this point in time, it's looking like both West Bend schools will open the season at 0-1. Now Fountain back in at quarterback, throws one deep down the side, incomplete, but a penalty flag. No, now it is caught by Taylor. And they will probably wave off the penalty because it is a completed pass. And that's what they do. They wave it off. So Fountain comes back in and delivers a bullet of a pass. Now it's a 23-yard line. 1st and 10. One receiver right, 2X. Fakes the handoff. Rolling over, now throwing one down, and it is caught complete at the 15-yard line. Nate King breaking some running room, and Nate King gets it down to about the 11-yard line. And they'll give that another first down. Now 11 first downs, 2 straight by the Suns. Fountain from the gun, coming back strong. Quickly looking, throwing it over again. This time it's caught out there by Krause. And Krause gets it inside the 10, down to about the 8. And now it's 2nd and 5, and Suns going no huddle. Here's the snap, here's the throw over into the side. Oh. Not there, not quite. So it'll be 3rd and 5, 6:29 remaining. Receivers split, one left, one right. Fountain rolling out to his right, looking, pumping, throwing it over, and incomplete. Had 2 guys in that end zone. He was looking for Nate King, but King was pretty well covered. So 4th and 5. Suns can get a 1st and goal. They don't necessarily need the touchdown on this one. They can get a 1st and goal. Fountain, shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Straight through, Colton Crest, touchdown, West Bend East. 5-yard run for Crest. And the Suns on the board for the 2nd time tonight. A 6-play, 58-yard drive. Extra point now, lines down, ball snap, kick to the uprights. It is good. And our new score now reads Monona Grove 35 and West Bend East 14. There's a timeout on the field. High school football live on West Bend Community TV through YouTube. So the Suns will kick the football back after getting a score now, and it's 35-14. With 6:18 to play in the game. Again, no game here for you next week as both East and West are on the road. The Suns will make a rather short trek over to Sheboygan, take on Sheboygan North, while the Spartans of West Bend West next week have a little bit of a road trip over to Fort Atkinson. And the kickoff being taken back there by Rivera. And Rivera gets it across the 30 to about the 32. So, continuing that thought, our next live broadcast here on West Bend Community TV will be 2 weeks from tonight, the Friday night of Labor Day weekend, Friday, September the 3rd. And we'll start the North Shore Conference portion of the season as the Homestead Highlanders will be here taking on the West Bend East Suns. 1st and 10 at the 33 now for the Silver Eagles of Monona Grove. Silver Eagles well in control, leading 35-14. And fake the hand and trying to run one back now is another player now for the Silver Eagles cramping up down there. There is ever so slight of a breeze up here in the press box, but down on the field, last checked, 82 degrees was the temperature, so on that turf, it's going to be even just a little bit warmer than the 82 in the air. But as you say, every season, once we start getting into the latter portion of the season, like those games in mid to late October, you're going to wish we had a night like this again where we're at 80 degrees throughout the entire game. Last call going out now. If you want to text the announcer in the booth with a wish or hello or anything, 920-918-0007. Again, 920-918-0007. A lot of people watching our broadcast tonight, either online or on the YouTube channel. Over 150 people were watching it earlier this evening, and we appreciate all of your viewership. All right, the Silver Eagles will put the ball in play now. 1st and 2nd down. Marin takes the snap, takes the handoff, throws it over to the side, and it's caught. Running it through, 1st down, and tackled at about the 45-yard line, but that'll be a 1st down for the Silver Eagles. So 1st and 10 now out at the 45-yard line. Now you start seeing Monona Grove taking a lot of time in the huddle, more than his click off that clock as we go under 5 minutes remaining. Casey takes the snap. Run the football straight across into the 50, down to about the 48-yard line. As Jackson continues to pick up some yardage. Marin up at the line. Trips to the left. And one running back. Takes the snap and hand one off again to Jackson. And he's got some running room down the far sideline. And he's pushed out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line. But it'll be another 1st down for the Silver Eagles. They'll mark him at the 40. Last minute change in the offensive line there, but again, the Eagles using all the time they need. Here's the snap and the play handoff. Running on through, breaking a tackle, Katie Salk. Or Cooper Marsh. Gain of 5 that time for Marsh. At the 35. Marin's gone the distance tonight in opening night for Monona Grove. Takes the snap and hands the football off again, pushing it through to the 30. And stopped right there. But that should be a first down for Marsh as he goes for 2 straight carries. And the linesman saying, yes, it is a first down. They didn't give it to him initially. So 1st and 10 at the 30 with 2:45 remaining in the football game. 35-14, Monona Grove with the lead. Jumped out to a 14-0 lead and have never looked back. Marin being very patient. He's the senior quarterback. Handoff coming around, checking it through inside the 30. Down to about the 23-yard line. So they continue to run the ball, and why shouldn't they, as they run the clock at the same time. And now 2nd and 3 as we go under 2 minutes remaining.
It is. I'm told Dylan Blanecki is number 72. Thank you.
2nd and 3 for the goal for the Silver Eagles. And here's the handoff, running it over to Marsh. Marsh cuts it inside to near the 20. Should be very close to a first down. And they're going to say he's just shy of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. And we've just been informed by the Monona Grove spotters that Cody Cummings is now in at quarterback for the Silver Eagles. 3rd and 1 as we have under a minute to play. And the snap and the run. Not close. And he'll get the first down. And the Silver Eagles make the trip here from Monona Grove, the east suburb of Madison, and come away with an opening night victory. 35-14 is going to be the final. And there's the final play of the game, and this one is over. So not a good opening weekend for high school football here in West Bend, as both East and West go down to defeat last night West Bend West goes down to defeat 38-16. And tonight, Monona Grove almost equals that score, defeating West Bend East 35-14 is the final. So let's take a recap of this game here for you tonight. Monona Grove jumped off to an early 14-0 lead on 2 straight touchdowns. They added a third one on a 93-yard catch by Kewen Larsh. And in the first quarter, it was 21-0 in favor of Monona Grove. West Bend East, though, got on the scoreboard for their first time tonight in the second quarter on a beautiful 80-yard touchdown catch from Nate King. It was one play for the 80 yards, and it was 21-7, and that was our halftime score. Monona Grove, after being held scoreless in the second quarter, came back with a flurry in the third quarter as they would get 2 touchdowns back-to-back, and they would increase the lead out to 35-7. Then in the fourth quarter, a Colton Crest 5-yard touchdown run by West Bend East, capping off a 6-play, 58-yard drive, made it 35-14, which finishes up the scoring here tonight. Taking a look at some of the unofficial statistics in this football game tonight. For Monona Grove, quarterback passing tonight, 6 out of 22. Monona Grove picks up 12 first downs. They are 5 out of 12 on their third down conversions, 0 of 1 on fourth down conversions. The Silver Eagles punted the ball 3 times. Monona Grove was penalized tonight 5 times for 45 yards. They had 1 turnover, was an interception. The Silver Eagle defense came up with 1 quarterback sack for a 4-yard loss. For the Suns in a losing effort tonight, the 2 quarterbacks combined for 19 out of 32 in passing. 11 first downs on the night for West Bend East. Third down conversions, 3 out of 13. Fourth down conversions, 1 out of 3. Suns punted the ball 6 times, and the Suns are penalized 4 times for 30 yards. 1 turnover for the Suns. That was an interception. So West Bend East will lose their home opener tonight by the final score of 35-14. Once again, a reminder, both East and West are on the road next week with road games, so no coverage for you. Our next game comes to you here on Friday, September the 3rd, live, as West Bend East will play host to the Homestead Highlanders and open a play in the North Shore Conference. On behalf of my cameraman and operator of the switches tonight, Tom Stoff, I'm the Bear Barry Hirsch. We thank you very much for watching this live production of high school football on West Bend Community Television. Thank you and enjoy the weekend.